It's no secret that Kanye planned on opening a porn studio after admitting to losing his family and preaching against porn.
But in a way, anybody who looks at pornography is a form of a pedophile also.
Then there's Tekashi 69, who stuck to an unhealthy coffee habit that left him hospitalized. Offset, who amid his success gambled it all away and turned broke. An NBA youngboy whose drug addiction has left him phased out more than once. You may want to know how far these rappers are willing to go to cover up their secret addictions, beginning from the Yeezy founder, Kanye West porn. In 2019, rapper Kanye West shocked his fans when he confessed to having a full-on pornography addiction. West made the admission while speaking to Zane Lowe on Apple Music's Beats One Radio, stating that his addiction to watching porn began when he found a Playboy magazine at the age of 5.
Playboy was my gateway into full-on pornography addiction. My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5. And it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life.
He said, Playboy was my gateway into full-on pornography addiction. My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5, and it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life. In the same interview, West also admitted to having a sex addiction, which he claimed began following the death of his mother, Donda, in 2007. The rapper explained that while some people coped with loss by drowning themselves in drugs, he drowned himself in his sex addiction. Despite Kanye West's efforts to battle his addiction by coming out about it, the rapper would later admit in a September 2022 Instagram post that his porn addiction destroyed his family. "Don't let Chris make you do Playboy like she made Kylie and Kim do," West began the Instagram post, addressing Victoria Villarreal, Kylie Jenner's former assistant. He continued, "Hollywood is a giant brothel. Pornography destroyed my family. I deal with the addiction Instagram promotes it. Not gonna let it happen to Northie in Chicago." Barely 2 months after West's Instagram post, a bombshell report alleged that West routinely shared pornographic images and videos of his ex-wife Kim Kardashian with Yeezy and Adidas employees in an attempt to intimidate them.
You're going to where?
Oh, come on.
Can you just
Yeah, come on. Doesn't he sound like his voice sounds similar? Her voice sounds similar.
In October 2022, just a month before the report was released, Kanye West himself posted a video in which he could be seen playing porn for Adidas executives. Adidas would later end their years-long partnership with Kanye West that same month. However, there's no evidence to show that West has been able to overcome his porn addiction. In fact, the rapper was reported to be in the process of launching a Yeezy porn studio alongside Adult film producer Mike Maz. The porn director confirmed the plans to TMZ, stating, "It will be like nothing we've ever seen before." While Kanye's porn addiction destroyed his family, the next rapper had a crippling gambling addiction that nearly cost him his fortune. 50 Cent gambling. There's hardly anyone who knows a thing about the entertainment industry who isn't aware about 50 Cent's eccentric lifestyle. What some may not know is that underneath all the flash and headline-making stunts, 50 had a terrible gambling habit. From the late 2000s to mid-2010, the rapper built up a reputation as a hardcore gambler, placing wagering mouth-watering bets that dumbfounded most of his peers. The Many Men rapper famously put $1.6 million in his friend Floyd Mayweather's May 2015 fight against Manny Pacquiao. Interestingly, this wasn't the first time he would wager money on Mayweather. In 2007, the rapper also placed a high-stakes bet on the Mayweather versus De La Hoya fight. Over the years, 50 Cent and Mayweather's friendship waned, and the two engaged in a heated war of words. At the peak of their feud, 50 challenged Mayweather to read a full Harry Potter chapter without stuttering and offered to pay $750,000 to a charity of his choice if Mayweather succeeds. In 2012, Luck smiled on 50 Cent when he won a $500,000 bet he placed on the Giants versus 49 EORs. However, like all gamblers, Luck eventually ran out, and his reckless ways eventually caught up with him, forcing him to file for bankruptcy in 2017. Thankfully, 50 is awake to his gambling problems, and even referred to them in his 2007 track, What Do You Got? In the song, he raps, "I got a gambling problem. I bet you I'ma be back busting, but you won't notice me when that gat dumping. You won't bet? I lost money when I bet on Roy. Won money when I bet on Floyd. I'm the one that bet on Boy. Nowadays, 50 Cent seems to be over his gambling issues and even called Lil Baby crazy after the rapper confessed he lost $8 million in 40 hours at the peak of his own gambling addiction. 50's turnaround has also sparked an upturn in his fortunes, with his net worth now said to be over $40 million. The next rapper's secret addiction is probably one you've never come across, and surely you'd never have expected it from this particular rapper. Tekashi 69 Coffee. Over the years, we've gotten used to seeing rappers have some pretty weird addictions, but getting to hear about Tekashi 69's coffee addiction would rank up there on the weird list. During a 2021 interview with TMZ Live, the rapper shared his addiction to coffee with his fans when the host asked him if he was concerned about his safety after testifying against the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods. Tekashi 69 responded by saying,
I'm at Dunkin' Donuts. I really want to order my coffee, and I'm like, damn, should I go to drive-thru? Or like, when I went to jail, I got addicted to coffee. Like, I didn't know how happy coffee made me. Like coffee, like I'm addicted to coffee now.
Prior to this interview, the rapper gave his fans a scare after news broke on October 1st, 2020, that he was hospitalized following an overdose of diet pills and caffeine. According to multiple reports at the time, the rapper was admitted to a Florida hospital following an adverse reaction to the combination of these substances. The news was first broken by the Shade Room, who claimed that the rap had personally told them that his overdose was as a result of pairing a cup of coffee with 2 hydroxycut pills instead of the recommended daily dose of 1 pill. The combination of these substances sped up the rapper's heart rate, and he began to sweat profusely soon after consuming them. A day after the news broke, Tekashi's lawyer Lance Lazaro debunked the reports, telling media outlet Vulture that the combination of diet pills and caffeine did not cause the rapper's medical complications. Lazaro said he did not overdose. He was treated and released on the same day. This all but brought an end to the overdose stories, and not much has been heard of Tekashi's coffee addiction ever since. Things get even weirder with our next rapper, who famously claimed he slept with more than 1,000 women in 6 months. Blueface Don Juanism. Don Juanism, or Don Juan syndrome, is a term used to describe a man who has the desire to have sex with several women. Rapper Blueface made himself the poster boy for sex addicts when he sensationally claimed that he had slept with about 1,000 women in 6 months during a 2019 interview with Big Boy's Neighborhood on Real 92.3. After Blueface's explosive 2019 single Thotiana, the rapper saw a surge in interest from the ladies, but no one could have ever envisaged that it would lead to sleeping with nearly 5 women every day for 6 months. At least that is what it would have to take for the rapper to meet the 1,000 number by the end of 6 months. In the interview, Blueface tells Big Boy, "I'm a after the host appears visibly shocked by the number. Blueface goes on to say,
"It's like sometimes it might be a threesome, it might be foursome. I didn't have a fivesome.
Yeah, well,
That's the most you've had?
Yeah.
It's
me,
5?
Me and 4 girls.
You
yeah.
and 4.
Yeah. It was pretty hard.
The Thotiana rapper also chatted about his polyamorous relationship, explaining that he never has sex with only one of them at a time. He said, "We can't do it without each other. Can't do the one without the other one." Just 1 week after the interview, Blueface and Big Boy reunited at Real 92.3's Real Street Festival, and the rapper revealed that he had bumped up that number to 1010. Since breaking out, Blueface has had a very complicated relationship history that further proves his perversion. Back in 2019, the rapper enjoyed a polyamorous relationship involving his baby mama and 1 other woman. After that situation ended, Blueface has gone on to date several other women, including Coi Leray, Jaden Alexis, and Chrisean Rock. He also reportedly had a fling with rapper Megan Thee Stallion. While Blueface seems to see no wrong in his way for now, the next rapper fought hard to overcome his drug addiction and has even helped other addicts. Lil Durk Xanax and Lean. Chicago rapper Lil Durk may currently have 99 problems, but drug addiction ain't one of them. However, this was not the case before he went to rehab in early 2024. Like most rappers, Lil Durk has always been known to be a drug user, but in his 2024 track, Old Days, the rapper gets candid about previously being addicted to drugs in a way that he'd never done before. At some point in the song, he raps, "I miss the old days, the old ways, my history iconic. I was taking so many pills, I was so high, I really abused it. Started selling perks. I turned around and started to use it." The song also sees Durk recollect seeing the autopsy of his late friend King Von after pictures were leaked online. He said, "The autopsy of Von Bodie had me coughing up my vomit." The track was released in February 2024, but apparently Durk was already considering going to rehab at the time. The rapper opened up about his successful journey to get himself clean during a June 2024 interview with TMZ. While explaining his motivations to go to rehab, Durk said, "I wanted better. I wanted to be a better man, a better father, a better leader. I'm thinking clearer. My main goal is peace, being with the family, and staying out of Durk also opened up about his mental state before going to rehab, explaining that he had allowed drugs like codeine and Xanax to completely take over him. He concluded by revealing how he intended to help other recovering addicts, particularly in his hometown, through collaborative efforts with local politicians. He is specifically credited with helping save the life of collaborator OTF Duty by paying $100,000 for his own rehab stint. Next up, we have the only female rapper on this list, whose nicotine addiction caused her to lose some part of her tonsils: Doja Cat vaping. Doja Cat silently battled her vaping addiction for several years, and during that time, it did some real damage to her health. Things eventually got out of hand in May 2022, requiring the rapper to undergo surgery on her tonsils. Doja broke the news to her fans on social media via a lengthy statement in which she detailed her addiction to nicotine. She wrote, "Doctor just had to cut into my left tonsil. I had an abscess in it. My whole throat is so I might have some bad news for y'all coming soon." She went on to explain that her tonsil had gotten infected and she had been taking antibiotics to treat the infection. However, she inevitably made the situation worse when she drank wine and vaped all day, which caused a nasty growth to develop on her already infected tonsils. The post was immediately flooded with comments from her fans, who showered her with love and support. However, some commenters managed to anger Doja when they innocently suggested that she throws away her vape. The rapper clapped back at them for questioning her mental strength, emphasizing that she was strong enough to resist the urge to vape without having to throw it away. She concluded her message by saying, "So forward that, throw it away then, queen." That doesn't help anybody, and it just sounds condescending to anybody who's actually struggling with nicotine addiction. I've tried all that throw it away before. Doesn't work. 2 months after her health scare, Doja Cat took to Instagram Live to share with her followers that she had now gone 70 days without vaping. Doja told the camera,
"I quit vaping. It's day 70 of no vape. Day 70. Are you proud of me? Day 70. No vaping."
She, however, explained that quitting has not been easy. She said,
"I would love to have a smoke. In the name of love, I'd love to have a smoke. I'm going to peel my skin off."
From all evidence, the rapper didn't have to peel off her skin, and she's finally off the wicked addiction. Next up, we have a rapper who's a walking cocktail of addictions: Offset Instagram, lean, and gambling. On October 4th, 2021, the world experienced a social media outage involving all the social media platforms owned by Meta, including WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger. While most people expressed their frustration at the outage, rapper Offset took to social media to reveal how it opened his eyes to an unhealthy addiction. "Damn, I just noticed I'm addicted to Instagram," the Migos rapper shared with his followers on X, shortly after all the social media sites came back online. Offset's words sparked many of his followers to come to this sudden realization, with a number of them sharing the same sentiment in his replies. Interestingly, in a 2019 interview with The Breakfast Club, Offset suggested that social media had played a part in escalating the issues he had in his marriage with Cardi B. That didn't stop him from loving Instagram. Talk about toxic love. Away from his addiction to the gram, Offset has also been pretty vocal about his lean addiction. In a 2024 interview with Variety, Offset explained the extent of his lean addiction and coming clean. He said, "I put down lean. I was drinking my whole career. It opened my mind up, but I never thought it helped me create. I feel like getting past that, cleaning up and putting that message out." Meanwhile, Offset mostly credits growing into his roles as a husband and father for helping him to do away with the habit. The rapper recalled how his son once saw him sip the lean and asked if he could have some, thinking it was juice. He explained that it was such moments that forced him to have a rethink. More recently, we stumbled into another of Offset's secret addictions when Lil Che aired his dirty laundry on a Twitch stream on January 8th, 2025, accusing Offset of being broke and struggling with a gambling addiction.
Why this Offset? Offset broke. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the stream too. That broke. That pop. I'll tell y'all a true story. I ain't got nothing to do with that casino. He was pop.
Lil Che's comments came shortly after a text conversation between the two got leaked online, in which he threatened to smack Offset for failing to pay a $10,000 debt. While Offset quickly responded to the threat, he has yet to respond to the gambling allegations. From Offset's wild lifestyle, we explore the secret addictions of another equally troubled rapper, NBA YoungBoy Lean and Xanax. Throughout his career, NBA YoungBoy has been consistently linked with drugs, but very few people had an idea of how badly he was hooked on weed and drugs. However, fans got a clear picture of how scary his addiction was when he posted a cryptic message about his usage of Xanax in a July 2023 Instagram post. The rapper made the post on the Instagram page of his cat at Neon Celine, and it featured photos of both himself and his cat alongside a worrying caption. It reads, "It's me, Neon." I've been seeing a lot my dad so unhealthy it's scary, even his mental. He blows his money making people smile who don't care to see the signs that's literally in they face 20 xanks a day. Please hash help. Fans of the rapper were further horrified by a reply made by the account to a commenter, which read, "He pissed out blood for 2 days straight." That's funny though. Most of the commenters showed concern and support for NBA YoungBoy, with many of them urging him to get help. But this wasn't the first time YoungBoy's drug use was spotlighted in public. In his music, specifically the songs Drug Addiction, Opposite, and Blasian, he passionately describes consuming Xanax, along with lean, ecstasy, and more. In February 2024, the rapper shared another alarming post that led to more calls from fans for him to get some help. The post featured a picture of the rapper lying on the ground beside prescription pills and what looked like lean. The caption read, "And that's why I don't pick up my phone when it rings." The post quickly triggered mixed reactions, as some fans expressed concern for the rapper's health, while others criticized him for glamorizing drug use. The photo was even more worrying because it came just barely 2 months after the rapper admitted he had done a short stint in rehab. Next on our list is a rapper who was arrested during a DUI bust and a urine test revealed he was on 8 drugs: Chief Keef lean and morphine. When Chief Keef was arrested in April 2017 in Miami Beach, a urine test led to a shocking discovery that outed Keef as a man deeply addicted to drugs. The whole thing started when police officers spotted the rapper doing what looked like a weed deal and proceeded to arrest him. Keef submitted to a urine test, and several drugs were found in his system, which include morphine, promethazine, codeine, THC, hydrocodone, aka lean, dihydrocodeine, norcodeine, and hydromorphone. More than a year after he was arrested, Keef agreed to a plea deal that kept him out of jail. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Chief Keef had his felony DUI charges reduced after he pleaded no contest to a reckless driving charge. Instead of jail time, Keef was given 6 months probation and ordered to perform 50 hours of community service. As part of the terms of probation, Keef was barred from using any intoxicant in excess. Somehow, Chief Keef was able to stick to the conditions of his plea deal, and not much has been heard about his drug use since then. However, in May 2024, the rapper took to Instagram stories to announce that he had quit taking lean. He wrote, "Been clean of lean 3, 4 months now, champion." This made it the second time in 10 years the rapper would reveal he put the cup down. Back in 2014, the rapper checked into rehab, and at the time he revealed he was no longer on lean. Unfortunately, he slipped back into the bad habit before his latest turnaround. From here, we move on to the next rapper's insane gambling and Candy Crush addiction. Young Thug gambling and Candy Crush. Over the years, Young Thug has earned legendary status not only for his music, but mainly due to his unique fashion style and street cred. However, behind the scenes, Young Thug is known to many as a chronic gambler, who often describes dice and poker as his biggest passions after rapping. Furthermore, to prove his credentials, the rapper regularly pits his wits against professional players in high-stakes games. It is this attitude mixed with some of his antics through the years that earned him the nickname Slime within gambling circles. Unsurprisingly, the people closest to Young Thug are not fond of his gambling habit and try to shield him from it as much as they can. During a February 2016 interview with GQ magazine, BLB, Thug's longtime friend and video director, gave insight into the rapper's gambling addiction. He said, "A lot of times, me and his sisters keep them away. They come around like, 'Where's Slime at?' And we're like, 'No, you had your fun and won your money. Not today.' Mama Duck hates gambling. It's how she lost her son. Young Thug's brother Benny got killed over a gambling dispute, and the rapper watched him die on a sidewalk. But that didn't make Thug's attraction to gambling wane even the littlest bit. Perhaps Young Thug's recent jail stint would be the much-needed catalyst he needs to break the gambling addiction. After all, according to the rapper's girlfriend Mariah the Scientist, Young Thug found a new addiction during his time in jail. During a 2023 conversation with TMZ, the Scientist revealed Thug was keeping himself occupied in prison by playing Candy Crush every day. When asked about how her beau was coping in jail, she said, "He has an iPad and he plays Candy Crush every day." While it's unclear what level he was, there's no doubt that he would have made it very far given the fact that he spent over 2 years in jail. Next up, we explore how a tragic death helped this particular rapper find his way to sobriety. Lil Uzi Vert Xanax. When news of Lil Peep's death spread in November 2017, the music industry was left stunned as fans grieved the loss of another rapper to a drug overdose. Amidst all the tears, Lil Uzi Vert revealed their addiction to Xanax in a heartbreaking tribute to Lil Peep. They tweeted, "We would love to stop, but do you really care? Cause we've been on Xanax all year. Rip buddy, I 100% understand and I don't fault you." 2 days after this tweet, Vert sent their fans into a jubilatory mood when they announced that they had taken a break from drugs. They tweeted, "Sober today I have have been shaking. I have been cussing my loved ones out and fighting. In the studio with no thoughts in my head, teeth biting down because I just want to be angry at something. Maybe I will just smoke weed tonight. Lil Uzi Vert later opened up about going to rehab during a candid interview with Berlin-based magazine 032C. During the interview, the rapper provided details about the 7-month experience and credited the stint for turning their life around. They said, "I spent 7 months in rehab. The first month and a half were hard, but after that it was easy because the people there became my family. They showed me so many different outlets and ways to cope with life. We did a lot of group talks, a lot of writing on whiteboards." Vert concluded by noting that the program was effective and specifically thanked ROK Nation CEO Desiree Perez for playing a crucial role in getting him into the rehabilitation program. The next name on our list is a superstar rapper who has managed to keep his drug use low-key despite several speculations. Chris Brown Molly. At some point in the early stages of his career, Chris Brown had the world at his feet. However, the singer's penchant for always going on the defensive and never accepting his mistakes has contributed to his drastic decline over the years. It is the same scenario that has played out when it comes to his drug addiction. Even though the rapper once admitted to using drugs in a November 2016 interview with Hot 97, he never accepts that it's become a problem. In the said interview, Brown said that prior to going to jail, he used the syrup, the Xanax, and that while marijuana toned down his hyperactive tendencies, once I started doing the lean, the other stuff, I'd be sitting in the recording booth sleeping. Chris Brown has also reportedly gone to rehab twice, but got kicked out of the facilities on both occasions by the time the rapper was released into home. Former staff members of Brown's team have also spoken out about the rapper's drug addiction in past interviews. They noted that Brown has an addiction to substances like Molly, Xanax, lean, and cocaine, which leads to some of his unpredictable behaviors that have played out in public. One former employee told Billboard in an exclusive story that Brown's alleged use of a myriad of drugs serves as a healer for his previous sins. The source said, "He doesn't know how to deal with the sins of the past. It's always someone else's fault. He becomes the victim, and I think he tries to numb whatever he is feeling." Following the release of the report by Billboard, Chris Brown fired back with an Instagram post in which he denied he has drug issues and blasted the media for always targeting him.
Hey, I gotta stop with this angry going through drugs and all this other. I'm tired of reading about as soon as I got something popping. As soon as I want to promote a tour, party, a album, anything, y'all bring up something.
He then went on to record a second video to show that he was completely focused on his music and nothing else. While Chris Brown has never acknowledged his drug problem, the next superstar's openness about his addiction was the first step toward recovery. Gucci Mane Lean. In July 2016, rapper Gucci Mane was released from prison into home confinement, and that was where he opened up about his drug addiction in a candid interview with the New York Times. One of the key moments was when the rapper highlighted that he hadn't been fully sober since he was a teenager, around age 17. He said, "I felt like I couldn't make music sober. I couldn't enjoy my money sober. Why would I want to go to a club and couldn't smoke or drink? I felt like sex wouldn't be good sober. I associated everything with being high. In hindsight, I see it for what it was. I was a drug addict. I was naive to the fact that I was numb." Mane had been drinking alcohol and smoking weed since he was a teenager, and he started drinking lean when he was 21. Sometimes, he experimented with prescription pills and/or ecstasy along with the lean. The rapper attempted rehab once, but it didn't work. However, during his time in jail between 2014 and 2016, Gucci Mane decided it was finally time to make a change. But the Must Be Me rapper didn't mince words when describing the ordeal he endured while trying to get clean. He told the media outlet, "Death, it feel like death. Your body just craving lean bad. Stomach tore up, can't think straight, just mad at the world. Temper so short, so violent, so aggressive, so just rude and toxic." Confinement. He had managed to overcome the lean addiction and even began prioritizing his health by shedding dozens of pounds and turning his loose belly into a six-pack. We have finally gotten to the end of the rapper's addiction list you probably didn't know existed. For more of such content, click on the card showing on the screen.